Samudaya Jnananjana Salakya Chakshurinmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yudapadagamala Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahana Raghunathanyatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahana Lilita Shri Vishakhanyatam Stam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Bhaktakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudhe Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhyavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Pudalesri. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Pudalesri Madhesila Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatyadesaiti Tarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langhade Giri Yakrupadahamande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandamatavam Sri Chaitanyamesharam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanacha Nandagopagamaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Nama Pankajanabhaya Nama Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajankriye. So Hare Krishna everyone. So today we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, verse number 6. So we'll read the verse and go from there. Athatah kirtaye vamsham punyakirte kurutvah swayambhuvasyapi manor harer amshamsha janmanah. So one more time. Athatah kirtaye vamsham punyakirte kurutvah swayambhuvasyapi manor Hare Ramshamsha Janmanaha. So we'll go over the word meanings now. 1 second. So, Adha, now, Adha, hereafter, Kirtaye, I shall describe. Vamsham, dynasty. Punya Kirte, celebrated for virtuous activities. Kurudvaha, O best of the Kurus, Swayambhuvasya, of Swayambhuva, Api, even, Mano, of the Manu, Hare, of the personality of Godhead, Amsha, plenary expansion, Amsha, part of, Janmana, born of. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Maitreya continued. O best of the Kuru dynasty, I shall now describe to you the descendants of Swayambhuva Manu, who was born of a part of a plenary expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. Lord Brahma is a powerful expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although Brahma is Jiva Tattva, he is empowered by the Lord, and therefore he is considered a plenary expansion of the Supreme Godhead. Sometimes it happens that when there is no suitable living being to be empowered to act as Brahma, the Supreme Lord himself appears as Brahma. Brahma is the plenary expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Swayambhuva Manu was the direct son of Brahma. The great sage Maitreya is now going to explain about the descendants of this Manu, all of whom are widely celebrated for their pious activities. Before speaking of these pious descendants, Maitreya has already described the descendants of impious activities, representing anger, envy, unpalatable speech, quarrel, fear and death. Purposely, therefore, he is next relating the history of the life of Dhruva Maharaj, the most pious king within this universe. So here, the canto is titled Creation of the Fourth Order, and the chapter is Dhruva Maharaj leaves home for the forest. So in the previous chapters, we have seen how Lord Brahma first created the four Kumaras, and then they refused to create progeny or enter into Grahastha life because they were highly elevated beings, with their minds fixed on the lotus feet of Govinda. And then came he created then because of that anger, disappointment Brahma had in his the Lord Shiva, Rudra appeared from the middle of his forehead, from his forehead. So Lord Shiva took birth. And then we saw the Saptarshis were created. And then the Swayambhuva Manu appeared. And we have seen Swayambhuva Manu along with his wife Shatarupa, spoke to his father, Lord Brahma, that they would take up the creation of progeny to please his father. Lord Brahma is very pleased with them, and then and bless them that you enter this Grahasthasrama life and proceed with. So, and then also in the last verse, Maitreya has described the Atharma, how activities of Atharma, the dynasty of Atharma took birth from Lord Brahma himself. So they cause devastation. So it is too as if Sage Maitreya was very, very himself very affected by mentioning those things. He is now immediately opening up the dynasty of Swayambhuva Manu and how Dhruva Maharaj's story. So that because in this glorious dynasty of Swayambhuva Manu, the Lord appears as his amsha, that is, as his expansions or plenary expansions, or even part of the partial plenary, partial expansions. So this is and Dhruva Maharaj is the most pious of kings in this in the universe. So this is opening up a whole new auspicious section. And here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying Lord Brahma is Jiva Tattva, but we know Lord Brahma is incarnation, Guna Avatara of the Lord, in the mode of passion for the purpose of creation. So he is as good as the personality of Godhead. But sometimes there is no qualified personalities to take up the post of Brahma. Then Lord himself steps in to fulfill that function of creation. This we have read, that is the post of Lord Brahma or Lord Indra. Sometimes Lord Vishnu himself takes charge of when there is no suitable personality to occupy that post. Then the Manus, the Swayambhu Manu is the first Manu, and during a day of Brahma there are 14 Manus. So these 14 Manus, we are now, Swayambhu Manu is the first, and Shatarupa is his wife. And then this section is going to talk about their children, the famous King Uttanapada, King Priyavrata, the two sons, and the three daughters, that is Prasuti, Devahuti, and Akuti. And we know we have already heard in the Canto 3, that is how Lord appeared, Kapila Deva appeared as mother to Mother Devahuti as her son. Similarly, going forward, we will see how Rishabhadev himself, an incarnation of Lord, appears to Mother Akuti. Then Prasuti, I think Narayana incarnation. And so all these famous, and then Prathu Maharaj will appear, who is an incarnation of the Lord. So all these, we are going to enter a very glorious period in the Swayambhu Manu's reign. So the reign of a Manu is 71 Mahayugas. That one Mahayuga being the four, that is Krita, Dwapara, then Krita, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali Yuga. So 71 such Mahayugas constitute one period of Manu. And then it is like 306.72 million years, I believe, according to the calculations. So these during this Manu, there is all these 6 categories of people, like Manu, Manuputra, then Sureshwara, that is Indra, and the demigods, Devas, the Rishaya, the sages, and the Amshavtaras. They are all 6 categories of people appear, and along with one Manu. And so the Saptarshis for this Manu may be different from the Saptarshis in Swayambhuva Manu period. So the past 6 Manus names, when I searched, I found Swayambhuva Manu, Sorochisha Manu, Uttama, Tamasa, Raivata, Chachusha. And then we are currently in the Vaivasada Manu's period. So because our Brahma is in his early 50s, that is, he has just crossed the midlife. So we are in the seventh Manus period. And the future Manus are listed as, Savarni Manus. That their names are like, um, um, I didn't name, Dharma Savarni and so many Savarni Manus. But I didn't. So, at the end of a Manvantara, there is going to be dissolution again. All the planets will be dissolved. Manvantara dissolution happens. That is, so there is. So these Manus come and go. 14 Manus during a day of Brahma. So one lifetime of Brahma sees about 500 Manus appear and disappear. So Manu is an empowered, personality. He is the progenitor and lawgiver of mankind. So we have seen, heard the glories of Swayambhu Manu from previous chapter. That is when Lord Brahma himself, he will glorify his personality and his willingness to create progeny. And so that's all I have for this verse. Um, so we know the King Uttanapada story will unfold in the next verses, and Dhruva's appearance, through Dhruva's entering the forest for performing tapasya. And we have in the Bhagavatam, Dhruva is one of the shining devotees of Lord Vishnu, just like we have in the Bhagavatam the 3 5-year-olds. One is Prince Dhruva, and then the other is Sage Narada, appearing as the son of a servant maid, and then, of course, Prahlad. So these child devotees, they are the most acclaimed for their, great devotion to Lord Vishnu, and and for carrying out Lord's orders, and they were until Prahlad, during Prahlad causes the appearance of Lord Narsimha Deva, and Dhruva Maharaj gets this thing. The Lord appear for Dhruva Maharaj. The Supreme Lord Vishnu appears and gives him his blessings, and for him, the Dhruva Loka planet is created by the Lord. Although Dhruva went from the palace because his stepmother would not even have him sit on his father's lap, but he wanted a kingdom greater than of his father or grandfather. He had such a material motivation. But once he saw the Lord, he said, I was searching for broken glasses, my Lord. And here I am seeing you, I am Kritartha, I am satisfied. So, and he praises the Lord glorifies the Lord very nicely. And the Lord, blesses him to reign his own dynasty, and reign the world for some 36,000 years or something like that, I think. So I will stop here. Hare Krishna. Any questions, corrections, comments, please add. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Mathaji. Thank
Hare
you so much.
Krishna, Prabhu.
No comments. I was just yesterday. I was reading those 3 verses prior to this, and I think you were mentioning how Maitreya Muni is. So rush in completing those when the qualities of devastation, how they took birth, or
Yeah.
how they manifested.
Yeah.
Right? So it was like then this section is going to be a very long one.
Very
I
long.
was not focusing so much on the
Yes, and I was listening to one talk by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu.
Mhm.
He is saying, just like if you eat something too spicy, you want to immediately having something soothing, eh? Sweet, or yogurt or something like that. Maitreya Muni is immediately jumping to okay. Like that he was saying. I was it is humorous.
Thank you.
Mm, yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam. All
Uh,
glories to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances.
When I saw that you are giving a class, I just joined to
Hare
make sure, because you
Hare
are the lover of Srimad Bhagavatam,
Hare
and I
Krishna
want to hear that.
Prabhu. Blessings from you. Keep me
No, no, no,
going.
no. Prabhu, Mataji, I
Mm,
was just wondering about this,
mm,
the Advent, the Manu's
mm,
appearance,
yeah.
right?
Mm,
So how Krishna can plan
yeah.
things to um see, my thought went a little
Mm,
different way, Mataji.
yeah.
This material world is created for us
Yeah.
who are really um this is always a debatable question whether we came from the spiritual world. Some people said no, we were never in the spiritual world. Okay, what not? That's okay. That's a debatable question, and it goes forever. I don't want to get there.
Yeah.
But how Krishna can make arrangements,
Mm,
and he made Swayambhu Manu
mm.
as a first Manu to come and take care of this entire material universe,
Yes.
especially. And
Yeah.
how much time, energy is Krishna spending
Mm.
for all of us to straighten the things, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So that my thought went,
Uh,
and
yes,
Manu after Manu, Manu after Manu, 14 Manus came, and
yes, and they are kind of empowered by the Lord,
yeah,
and they are amsha amsha sambho. It says in the verse, the
mm,
Lord's amsha. He has his expansions like amsha and kala and all that. Expansion of an expansion is kala, and expansion is amsha. That way, even we living beings, living entities are amsha of the Lord.
Jivalo.
Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana. We are also, this thing, part and parcel of the Lord. And that's why Lord says we are higher, of the higher nature,
Mm.
compared to. And so we are also amsha, and the Lord takes care of us in our small that time period, which is in the cosmic scale. Our time period is like not even a dot, a micro, not even a micro. So
Yeah,
even for that lifetime, we have a certain pathati of the Lord, that you will execute the karmas according to your previous activities, and eh, you will so you will during a certain period we will achieve this and this. The whole thing is unfolding before us, and then Lord has placed before us the goal of life, eh? And all these have been because the Manu has given us the laws, laws of karma, and then he's the lawgiver for mankind. So we have the actions and reactions, and we have the knowledge of dharma. What is that? Dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. These four goals are in front of us. So all this is, yes, everything is planned by the Lord for us.
yeah. That's
Human.
actually, you
Mm,
boil down to that. That's my thought went through for the rules also.
uh-huh,
Today's current rules, I'll
mm,
see Manu's rules for
mm.
is an evergreen rule.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
but today's, where is the Manu rule? Now Supreme Court has its own rule, but it's not Manu rule,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
where the gap is. That's what
Hmm.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
What happened to this all these issues, and
Yeah. in Kali Yuga itself. So when we think of our Kali Yuga is going to be only 427,000 years remaining. And at this Swayambhu Manu will see so many more of these yugas repeating,
Yeah.
And we will be, so it's such a big calendar. And this, glories of Priyavrata and Uttanavata, Mother Devahuti, they are also glorious, their stories. So Lord has, they are born from the mind of Brahma, Swayambhu Manu. So they are all kind of, direct son of Brahma, Swayambhu Manu.
Yeah.
So, and
anyway, one since we are talking about Manu's rules. Of course, this is today's Supreme Court rule. A good news has come for all of us that Mathura, it is the Supreme Court. There was so many things going on all these days. Then Supreme Court actually asking us to do an amicable settlement between us and the other parties to come and discuss. And if it's just like Ram Mandir, if this also happens, Mathura at least will get the birthplace of Krishna back, hopefully.
Thank you for bringing this up. I didn't know such a thing that was going on.
Yeah, there is August 21st, 22nd, 23rd. There is a big discussion going on. Hopefully we should all pray that we should get the Krishna's birthplace back for us.
Oh, that's wonderful news. That's wonderful news. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Anything else to add here? Anyone else? Then we can end the call, Prabhu. It's like 8 o'clock already. So, Vancha kalpadarubhya cha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji.